Did you just walk past a penny on the sidewalk? Well, you might have just passed up $1.9 million. Yep, that's right, $1.90 million for a penny. Pause for effect, but not just any penny. We're talking about the 1965 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. If you've got one, you're sitting on a literal gold mine. So grab your coin jar, because today we're diving deep into why this penny is worth more than your car, heck, maybe even your house. Let's go. Okay, so what's the big deal about a 1965 penny? Isn't it just another old coin? Oh no, my friend, this penny is anything but ordinary. In 1965, the US Mint was in chaos. They were transitioning from silver coins to copper nickel-clad coins and mint marks. Totally left out for a few years to stop people from hoarding coins based on where they were made, and that's where the magic comes in. Some of these 1965 pennies have an incredibly rare error that's got collectors drooling. These little copper beauties were struck on the wrong planchet, the blank metal piece used to make coins. Instead of being a typical copper penny, some 1965 pennies were accidentally struck on silver dime planchets. Oops, if you've got one of these in your pocket or that forgotten piggy bank from your childhood, you're looking at a payday of $1.9 million. That's a whole lot of tacos. Alright, let's get to the nitty-gritty. How do you know if your 1965 penny is the jackpot? First, check for the date, 1965. Easy enough. Then, look for the NO Mint mark under the year. That means it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's the real kicker, it's all about weight. A regular 1965 penny weighs 3.11 grams. But if yours was struck on a silver dime planchet, it'll weigh about 2.5 grams. You'll need a digital scale to check this. Don't have one? No worries. Borrow your kid's science kit or get one for a few bucks online. It's worth it, trust me. Oh, and pro tip, be careful with magnets. If your penny sticks to a magnet, it's not the real deal. It's like swiping on a dating app. If something doesn't add up, it's probably not worth your time. Winks, now, let me tell you a little story. A few years ago, I found a dusty jar of coins in my grandma's attic. I thought, hey, maybe there's treasure in here. Spoiler, there wasn't. But it sparked my obsession with coins. Since then, I've been that person, you know, the one who's hunched over a pile of change with a magnifying glass. My friends laugh, but who'll be laughing when I cash in on a 1965 penny, huh? So, don't underestimate those coins lying around. Grandma's old jar, your junk drawer, even the change in your car cup holder, check it all. You never know when a piece of history is hiding in plain sight. So, why $1.9 million? Rare coins like this are like art. Their value depends on condition, rarity, and how much collectors are willing to pay. In a recent auction, a pristine 1965 no mint mark penny on a silver planchet sold for a jaw-dropping $1.9 million. That's like winning the lottery without buying a ticket. Even if your penny isn't in perfect condition, it could still fetch thousands. Imagine paying off your credit card debt or splurging on a dream vacation, all thanks to a tiny piece of metal. Segment 5. Tips for selling your rare coins now. If you think you've got the golden, copper ticket, here's what to do. Get it authenticated. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Don't clean it. Seriously, cleaning a coin can ruin its value. Just gently place it in a protective case. Research auction houses. Big names like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are your best bet for getting top dollar. Remember, patience is key. The right buyer is out there, and they're willing to pay big bucks for your rare find. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pockets, dig through your couch cushions, and raid your old piggy banks. That 1965 penny could change your life. And hey, if you find one, send me a pic. I'd love to celebrate with you. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on finding valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more treasure hunting secrets to share. And if you're already a subscriber, you're a rock star. Thank you. 1968 mint mark Lincoln cent that could be worth, wait for it, $1.50 million. Pardon Popper now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, a penny? Really? Did I just throw a small fortune into that gas station tip jar? Maybe. But don't panic yet. Let me guide you through the ins and outs of this legendary coin and how you might just strike it rich with pocket change. And spoiler alert, I once almost spent a rare coin at a vending machine for a bag of chips. I'll tell you about that later. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1968 Lincoln cent was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The one we're after today is the one with the little s under the ear. That S stands for San Francisco, which is famous for fog, Golden Gate Bridge photos, and apparently, printing $1 million pennies. Who knew? Now, why is this penny worth so much? Well, it comes down to a rare error in some coins. Back in the day, minting coins wasn't as high-tech as it is now, so mistakes happened. And when they did, collectors went bananas for them. We're talking things like a double die error, where the image looks like it was stamped twice but slightly misaligned. Kind of like when you accidentally double-text your crush and hope they think it's cute. The 1968 S penny we're hyped about today might have one of these rare errors. The most famous versions feature doubling on the date, or the mint mark. And here's the kicker: these coins are incredibly scarce. You're more likely to get hit by lightning while finding one. Okay, maybe not that rare, but you get the idea. You know, back when I was a kid, I had a giant jar of pennies. I'd save them up, dreaming of buying candy or baseball cards. One day, I found this shiny, weird-looking penny. It had something funky going on with the date, but I didn't think much of it. I took it to the corner store, and boom, spent it on a Snickers bar. Years later, I'm scrolling the internet and learn a similar penny sold for thousands. Thousands! I mean, that Snickers was good, but it wasn't that good. Don't be me, folks. Check your change. So, how do you know if you have one of these gems in your pocket? Step 1. Find your pennies. Dig through drawers, jars, under the couch, maybe even that bag you keep meaning to clean out. Step 2. Look for the 1968 date with the S mint mark. Step 3. Grab a magnifying glass or one of those phone camera apps that zoom in like crazy and inspect the date and mint mark for any doubling or weird distortions. If you spot something unusual, it's time to get your penny authenticated. That means sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify if your coin is legit, and if it is, assign it a grade. A high-grade penny with a rare error? Jackpot. That's where the $1.5 million price tag comes in. Now, you might be thinking, why would anyone pay that much for a penny? Collectors are like treasure hunters. They're willing to pay top dollar for something unique, rare, and historical. Plus, a penny like this is basically the Mona Lisa of coins, and who wouldn't want to brag about owning that? So, there you have it, the story of the 1968 S mint mark penny that could make you a millionaire. Moral of the story? Never underestimate your spare change. What looks like just another penny might actually be your ticket to early retirement, or that dream vacation you've been planning for years. And about my vending machine near miss. I've learned my lesson. Now every time I find a penny, I inspect it like it's a lottery ticket. My friends think I'm nuts, but hey, when I finally find that $1 million coin, I'll have the last laugh, and probably a private island. If you love this story and want more tips on finding coins worth money, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next video. Who knows? Your coffee change might just fund your next adventure. 1973 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. Yes, the little penny that could turn your pocket change into a gold mine. Stick around, because you don't want to miss how one lucky penny collector cashed in on this coin and how you might too. Let's break it down. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced a boatload of Lincoln pennies. These little guys were made out of copper and had no clue some of them were about to become celebrities. But here's the kicker. A tiny number of these pennies were minted with an ultra-rare error or variation. Think of it as the unicorn of coins. What makes it special? It's the mint mark and some microscopic details only visible if you're using this bad boy right here. Pulls out a comically oversized magnifying glass. Talk about leveling up your coin game. So, you're probably wondering, how do I know if my penny is the chosen one? Don't worry, I've got your back. First, check the year. It has to be 1973. Second, look for a mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia won't have a mark, but those from Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, do. That's your first clue. Next, grab a loupe or magnifying glass. Trust me, it's worth it, and examine the details. The valuable ones might have slight dye errors, doubling in the text, or a unique finish. Oh, and make sure it's not a replica. Scammers are out there, folks. Here's where it gets wild. In 2023, a coin collector stumbled upon a 1973 D Lincoln penny with pristine condition, rare dye errors, and historical significance. At auction, it sold for, drumroll please, $1.70 million. Now, here's the relatable part. I bet that collector probably found it in a place like their grandma's old coin jar or tucked in an attic box labeled junk. Moral of the story? Always double-check what you're tossing into the take a penny, leave a penny tray. Okay, quick story time. A few years ago, I went through my old coin stash after watching a documentary about rare coins. I spent hours squinting at pennies, hoping to find a treasure. Instead, I ended up with a neck cramp and a sticky coin that smelled like, well, let's not go there. But hey, now I'm addicted to checking my spare change. Every coffee shop receipt is basically a treasure map for me. Start small. Go through jars, wallets, or that random pile of coins in your car's cup holder. Get a magnifying glass or loupe. It's like $10 online. Research key dates for valuable coins. Spoiler alert, 1973 isn't the only year to watch for. Join coin forums or communities. You'd be surprised how friendly and helpful fellow treasure hunters are. And if you're like me and find yourself addicted, maybe invest in a coin reference book. It's nerdy, but worth it. Alright, friends, let's wrap it up. The 1973 Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Who knew pocket change could change your life? So, before you spend that penny on bubble gum, take a second look. It might just be your golden ticket to financial freedom. And hey, if you love learning about hidden treasures, rare coins, and money-making tips, hit that subscribe button, tap the like button, and ring the notification bell. We've got more coin secrets coming your way, because who doesn't love turning pennies into millions? 1973 D Lincoln penny could be your ticket to an early retirement, or at least a really nice vacation. Stick around, because today we're diving into why this humble coin is turning heads in the collector world and how you might already have one hiding in plain sight. So, what's the deal with this 1973 D penny? First, let's break it down. The D mint mark means it was made in Denver, and the design? Classic Lincoln on the front, Lincoln Memorial on the back. But the reason this penny is worth more than my car? It's all about rarity and condition. Specifically, there are a few of these bad boys out there in near-perfect condition, and collectors are going absolutely bonkers for them. Think of it like this. It's the difference between a regular old comic book and one that's still in mint condition, never touched, never read, and still smells like the 1970s. Vintage ink. Now, here's where it gets nerdy but important, coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. If your 1973 D penny is graded at a 68 or higher, cha-ching. That's the sweet spot. One such penny sold for, get this, $1.5 million. That's more than some houses. And no, not just in the middle of nowhere. Now, here's a personal story for you. A couple of months ago, I was helping my aunt clean out her attic. She had jars, yes, jars, of old pennies. I jokingly said, maybe there's $1 million coin in here. She laughed, I laughed, and then I spent 4 hours hunched over a magnifying glass. Spoiler, no 1973 D penny, but I did find a 1943 steel penny worth about $50. Moral of the story? Check those jars, people. Alright, so how do you know if you've struck gold, or, well, copper? Start by looking for the D mint mark below the date. If you see it, grab a magnifying glass or your phone's zoom lens and inspect the coin for scratches, wear, or dents. The more flawless, the better. If you think you've found a winner, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. It might cost a little upfront, but hey, isn't $1 million payout worth a small investment? Now, before you start flipping over your couch cushions or raiding Grandma's coin jar, let me tell you a quick joke to keep things light. Why did the penny break up with the nickel? Because it felt short-changed. BADUMTSS. Okay, back to the serious stuff. Even if you don't find a 1973 D penny worth millions, this whole process can be surprisingly fun. It's like treasure hunting but without the shovel or pirates. Plus, who doesn't want a hobby where you could accidentally become a millionaire? Alright, my fellow coin enthusiasts, that's all for today's adventure into the world of valuable pennies. Now it's your turn. Go raid your spare change, check those piggy banks, and don't forget to give your car's cup holder a good cleaning. You never know what might be hiding in there. If you learned something new or you're feeling inspired to start your coin collecting journey, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I've got tons more tips on coins that could be worth a fortune, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. Oh, and drop a comment below. What's the coolest or weirdest coin you've ever found? I want to hear your stories. 1980 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. This coin has been making waves in the numismatic world, with some examples fetching astounding prices at auctions. So, what makes this penny so special, and why is it worth potentially millions of dollars? Stay tuned to find out. First, let's talk about the 1980 Lincoln penny itself. It was part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. The penny features a profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side showcases the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Over 7 billion pennies were minted in 1980, but not all of them were created equal. The lack of a mint mark on this penny indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from Philadelphia generally don't carry a mint mark, which is common, but certain rare qualities in these coins make them stand out. The value of the 1980 no mint mark penny comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and errors. First, let's discuss its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by the Sheldon scale, with MS-70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. Most pennies from 1980 show significant wear due to circulation, but if you have one in mint state condition or a high grade, it could fetch a premium. Some of these high-grade pennies have sold for thousands of dollars. Next, let's talk about errors. Error coins are a hot commodity among collectors, and the 1980 penny is no exception. Some coins from this year exhibit doubling in the lettering or dates, known as a double die error. Others may have off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or other unique features. These errors make the coin significantly more valuable, as they are considered rare and highly collectible. Now, you may be wondering how a coin that is just a penny can be worth millions of dollars. Here's the truth. While not every 1980 no mint mark penny is worth a fortune, certain rare examples have achieved record-breaking prices. In top grades like MS-67 or higher, these coins have been auctioned for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Add in an error or other unique characteristic, and the price skyrockets. A pristine example with rare errors could easily fetch $1 million or more. So, how can you tell if your 1980 penny is valuable? Start by examining the coin under a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling on the date, lettering, or other features. Check the condition of the coin. If it has minimal wear and retains its original luster, it might be worth getting it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services can authenticate your coin, assign it a grade, and provide a certification that could significantly increase its market value. If you find a 1980 no mint mark penny with unique errors or in exceptional condition, your next step is to consult a reputable coin dealer or auction house. They can help you determine its current market value and guide you on selling it for the best possible price. Remember, The demand for rare coins is always strong, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that stand out. As we wrap up, let's recap. The 1980 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark may seem ordinary, but it holds incredible potential value. Whether it's the condition, rarity, or unique errors, these factors can make this coin a treasure worth millions of dollars. So, check your coin jars, dig through your old collections, and take a closer look at your 1980 pennies. You never know, you might be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into rare and valuable coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a unique coin or have questions about your collection. 1981 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. You might be holding a potential fortune in your hand without even knowing it. So, grab a seat, and let's get started. The 1981 no-mark Lincoln penny. The 1981 Lincoln penny, like most pennies, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, it has the Lincoln Memorial, a design that has become a hallmark of American coinage. But what sets this coin apart and makes it worth a fortune isn't just its design or its history, it's the small detail of having no mint mark. A penny with no mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. But it's more than that. The real reason collectors are going crazy for this coin is its rarity in pristine condition, its errors in some cases, and the fascination collectors have for unique features. Grading and its importance now. Let's talk about coin grading, which is absolutely crucial when determining the value of a 1981 no-mark Lincoln penny. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint-state coin. For the 1981 Lincoln penny, those graded as MS-67 and higher are considered extremely valuable. The better the condition, the higher the grade, and the higher the grade, the more money collectors are willing to pay. So, if you have a 1981 penny without a mint mark, you need to check its condition carefully. Look for crisp details, no scratches, and a shiny, untouched surface. These are the features that drive up the value. Current market value. Here's the exciting part. The current market value of the 1981 no-mark Lincoln penny can vary greatly depending on its grade. A circulated coin in average condition might only be worth face value, 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins in mint state can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to several $1,000s. The real jackpot comes with coins graded MS-68 or higher. These coins are so rare that they can sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. In some exceptional cases, coins like this have reached market values near or above $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny could be worth $1 million or more if it's in perfect condition and has certain unique characteristics. Why is it so valuable, you might be wondering? Why is this coin so valuable? There are a few key reasons. First, the sheer rarity of finding a 1981 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition makes it highly sought after. Most pennies from this era were heavily circulated, which means they were used daily and suffered from wear and tear. Second, collectors love coins with historical significance, and the Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history. The combination of a recognizable design, rarity, and demand makes this coin a collector's dream. How to check if you have one? So, how do you know if you have a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth a fortune? Start by looking at the front of the coin. If there is no mint mark under the date, it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, examine the condition. If the coin looks flawless or nearly flawless, it could be worth having it professionally graded. A good magnifying glass or coin loupe is a must-have tool for any coin collector. Use it to check for sharp details in Lincoln's portrait, clean surfaces, and any signs of wear or damage. Selling your coin. If you think you have a valuable 1981 Lincoln penny, the next step is to get it appraised and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once you have an official grade, you can explore selling it at coin shows, auctions, or even online through reputable platforms like eBay. Conclusion: the 1981 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark is a shining example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary treasure. With the right grade and a little bit of luck, your penny could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. So, what are you waiting for? Check your piggy banks, your old wallets, or even that jar of pennies you've been saving for years. You never know what hidden gems you might discover. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories and updates. 1986 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. If you've ever wondered how a simple penny can be worth millions of dollars, stick around because this coin might just blow your mind. First, let's talk about what makes the 1986 Lincoln penny unique. The no mint mark penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins produced there typically do not carry a mint mark, so finding a 1986 penny without one is completely normal. However, not all 1986 no mint mark pennies are created equal. The value lies in specific details like its condition, grade, and any errors or rare features that set it apart from the rest. One of the most sought-after features collectors look for is the coin's pristine condition. Coins in near-perfect condition are referred to as being in mint state. A 1986 penny graded MS-68, or higher by a professional grading service, is exceptionally rare. Out of the billions of pennies minted, only a tiny fraction achieves this grade, making them highly desirable and valuable. Next, let's discuss errors. Minting errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Examples include double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. For the 1986 penny, certain error coins have been auctioned for staggering amounts due to their rarity and collector appeal. Always examine your coins carefully because you might just discover a hidden treasure in your spare change. Now, you might be wondering how much this coin is actually worth. While a regular 1986 no mint mark penny in circulated condition is typically only worth face value, coins in mint state, or with rare errors, can fetch thousands to even millions of dollars at auction. For instance, a flawless 1986 penny with an MS-68 grade has been known to sell for over $10,000. If the coin features a unique and significant error, its value can skyrocket to hundreds of thousands or even millions, depending on its rarity and demand. To give you an idea of the market dynamics, collectors and investors are always on the hunt for the finest examples of rare coins. The 1986 no mint mark penny, especially in exceptional condition or with errors, has gained tremendous attention over the years. The rarity, combined with its historical significance, makes it a prized piece for any serious collector. So, how can you find out if your 1986 penny is worth a fortune? First, check its condition. Look for coins that have minimal wear and sharp details. Next, inspect it for any unusual features or minting errors. Finally, consider getting your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can significantly boost its value and ensure that potential buyers take your coin seriously. If you're lucky enough to own a 1986 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that's in pristine condition or has a rare error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that stand out, so don't underestimate the power of that little penny in your pocket. That wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1986 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you found this video helpful or interesting, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories and valuation tips. And if you have a unique coin story or a rare coin of your own, share it with us in the comments below. Who knows, your coin might just be the topic of our next video. 1989 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. You might have one sitting at home without even realizing its incredible value. Stay tuned as we uncover why this coin is so sought after and how it could make you a fortune. Let's start with the basics. The 1989 Lincoln penny was struck primarily at two major mints in the United States, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins do not carry a mint mark. So if you have a 1989 penny without a mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. At first glance, it might seem like any other penny, but its rarity and condition can make all the difference. What makes the 1989 no mint mark penny special is its potential to reach exceptional values in pristine condition. This is determined by its grade, which is assigned by experts based on factors like luster, surface quality, and strike sharpness. Coins in lower grades are valued closer to their face value, but in higher grades, especially mint state grades of MS65 or better, these coins can command astonishing prices. The real jackpot comes when the coin is considered flawless. Coins graded at MS67 or MS68, for example, are incredibly rare and highly prized by collectors. Imagine a simple penny being worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. That's the magic of rare coin collecting. Now, let's talk about the market value. The price of a 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny varies significantly depending on its condition. In circulated condition, these pennies are generally worth just a few cents. But when we look at uncirculated examples, the story changes dramatically. Coins in near-perfect condition have been auctioned for several $1,000s. A record-breaking coin in MS68 grade sold for over $25,000. Can you imagine that? One penny bringing in the value of a luxury car. What makes this even more exciting is the potential for higher grades, or era coins. Era coins from 1989, such as off-center strikes or doubled dies, are highly sought after and can exponentially increase the value of your coin. If you think your 1989 penny has unique features or errors, consider having it evaluated by a professional grading service. It could be your ticket to an incredible payday. The key to spotting valuable coins like the 1989 penny is to check their condition. Look for coins with no visible scratches, dents, or discoloration. Pay attention to the sharpness of Lincoln's profile and the clarity of the inscriptions. A coin in exceptional condition is always more likely to fetch a higher price. Another factor that adds to the intrigue of these coins is their historical significance. The 1989 penny features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, it shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design that remained in use for decades. Owning a high-grade example of this coin is like holding a piece of American history in your hand. So, how can you find out if your 1989 penny is worth a fortune? Start by inspecting it closely. If it appears to be in excellent condition, consider getting it appraised. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can provide a professional assessment and certification that will significantly increase its marketability. Additionally, keep an eye on auction sites and coin shows to see what similar coins are selling for. Collectors and investors are always on the hunt for high-grade coins to add to their collections, and your 1989 no-mint mark penny could be exactly what they're looking for. Who knows? That one penny you set aside years ago might just change your life. Before we wrap up, let me remind you to always check your change and look through those old coin jars. Hidden treasures like this are out there waiting to be discovered. If you've enjoyed learning about the incredible value of the 1989 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but its rarity and unique features have made it a prized possession, with some examples fetching astonishing prices, even reaching the $1 million mark. Stay tuned as we explore everything you need to know about this incredible coin, including its history, key features, and current market value. History of the 1991 Abraham Lincoln penny. The 1991 Abraham Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The coin features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, introduced in 1959. Coins minted in Philadelphia in 1991 do not bear a mint mark, which is typical for pennies from this mint. However, certain examples of the 1991 penny without a mint mark have become extremely valuable due to rare minting errors or exceptional conditions. Why is this coin worth so much? The extraordinary value of some 1991 no-mint mark pennies lies in their condition, unique errors, or specific characteristics. Coins in pristine condition, graded highly by professional services, can command premium prices. Rare errors, such as double dies, misalignments, or off-center strikes, significantly increase a coin's value. Collectors are particularly drawn to these anomalies because they represent a fascinating piece of minting history. The combination of rarity and demand creates a perfect storm, pushing the prices of these coins to jaw-dropping levels. Grading and key features to look for to determine the value of your 1991 penny. Professional grading is essential. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better condition. A coin graded MS65 or higher, meaning it is in near-perfect uncirculated condition, is highly sought after. Look for sharp details, minimal scratches, and a vibrant luster. Minting errors like double die obverse, die cracks, or repunched marks can further enhance the coin's value. Current market value. Let's talk about the numbers. While an average circulated 1991 penny without a mint mark might only be worth its face value, coins in exceptional condition or with rare errors can fetch significant sums. Recent auction records show that some 1991 no-mint mark pennies in pristine condition or with unique characteristics have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. In extremely rare cases, coins with extraordinary features have achieved values in the six-figure range, with some even rumored to reach the $1 million mark. If you think you might have one of these valuable coins, it's worth having it evaluated by a professional to uncover its true worth. How to find these rare coins now? You might be wondering how to get your hands on one of these valuable 1991 pennies. Start by checking your pocket change, old piggy banks, or coin jars. Pay close attention to coins without a mint mark, especially those that appear to be in excellent condition. If you're serious about coin collecting, consider visiting coin shows, online auctions, or reputable dealers who specialize in rare pennies. Final thoughts. The 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a small, everyday item can hold tremendous value. Whether it's due to its rarity, condition, or unique errors, this coin has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, don't overlook those pennies. You might just stumble upon a treasure worth millions. 1991 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you've got one of these in your collection, it could be worth way more than you think, maybe even millions of dollars. Let's break it down and explore why this coin is so valuable today. The 1991 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny is a relatively modern coin, but don't let that fool you into thinking it's just another regular penny. While most pennies from this year are worth just 1 cent, a few key factors set some of them apart and can make them worth a small fortune. The coin features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, the real story here is about rarity, condition, and unique errors that have been discovered over the years. So, what exactly makes the 1991 D. Lincoln penny so special? Well, there are a few things to keep in mind. First off, the coin is still a common piece of currency, produced in large quantities by the U.S. Mint. The Denver Mint produced over 5 billion of these pennies, so most of them are not rare. However, what makes certain 1991 D pennies worth millions is the combination of error coins and high-grade specimens that have survived in pristine condition. When it comes to collecting rare coins, the condition is everything. The higher the grade of the coin, the more valuable it becomes. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin with a grade of 65 or higher is considered to be in excellent condition, and that can make all the difference in its market value. For example, a 1991 D penny in near-perfect mint condition might fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars from collectors willing to pay top dollar for such a coin. But if you happen to have a 1991 D penny that has been graded as MS67 or higher, then you could be looking at a value that reaches into the low 5 figures, possibly even more. Next up are the error coins. These are the real treasure in the world of coin collecting. The 1991 D. Lincoln penny, like many other coins, has been known to have various minting errors. Some of the most valuable error types include off-center strikes, double dies, or coins with misaligned dies. One of the most sought-after errors for the 1991 D penny is the double die, which occurs when the coin is struck twice during the minting process. This causes the details of the coin to appear double or blurred. If you're lucky enough to have one of these error coins in your collection, you could be sitting on a fortune. These rare era coins can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases, even more. Now, let's talk about the market value. As I mentioned earlier, most 1991D Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, but those rare specimens with minting errors or in excellent condition can be worth quite a bit. A typical 1991D penny in circulated condition is usually worth around 10 to 50 cents. However, if you find a high-grade specimen or a rare era coin, the value skyrockets. Some of these coins, particularly the era varieties, have been known to fetch prices in the range of $500 to $5,000, and even higher for exceptionally rare examples. In fact, certain 1991D pennies with unique errors have sold at auctions for over $10,000, and in some cases, they could potentially be worth millions of dollars, especially as the rarity and demand continue to increase. So, how can you tell if your 1991D penny is one of the valuable ones? The first thing to do is inspect the condition. Look for any obvious wear or damage that would lower the coin's value. Then, examine the coin closely for any errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other abnormalities. It's also a good idea to have your coin professionally graded by a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. They can accurately assess the condition of your coin and give you an official grade, which will help determine its true market value. So, that's all for today's video on the 1991D Lincoln 1-cent penny. I hope this has given you a better understanding of what makes these pennies so special and why they could be worth millions. If you think you have a rare 1991D penny, be sure to check it out and have it professionally evaluated. You never know, it could be your ticket to a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow coin collectors. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and information on rare coins, their values, and collecting advice. 2008 The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now you may be thinking, isn't this just another penny? Well, think again, because this little copper coin could be worth far more than its face value. Stick around as we uncover the surprising market value of this coin, and why some collectors are paying top dollar for it. First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 2008 penny. The 2008 issue was particularly significant as it marked the start of a special series of pennies to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The U.S. Mint released a series of Lincoln pennies in 2009, but the 2008 D was the coin that paved the way for the commemorative designs. The 2008 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D Mint mark. It features the familiar obverse design of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. However, the reverse of the 2008 penny showcases a historic wheat stalk design, a throwback to the older 1909 to 1958 Lincoln wheat cents. This particular design is becoming increasingly rare, adding to its appeal in the coin collecting world. So, what makes the 2008 penny so valuable? At face value, it's just 1 cent. However, collectors are willing to pay much more for coins that are in exceptional condition or have rare features. The value of this coin can vary widely depending on several factors like minting errors, the coin's condition, and even the demand in the current market. The primary reason some 2008 pennies are worth more than their face value is their rarity in higher grades. For instance, a 2008 penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it has no wear and tear, can be worth anywhere from $1 to $5. This price can increase significantly for coins with specific minting errors, like double dies or off-center strikes. Coins with these types of errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors. Speaking of mint errors, some of the 2008 pennies were struck with anomalies that have made them highly desirable. For example, a 2008 penny with a double die obverse or reverse error can fetch anywhere from $50 to over $200 depending on the severity of the error and its condition. These error coins are especially rare, and finding one in your pocket change is like finding a hidden treasure. Another rare variation is the 2008 penny that's been struck on a different planchet, like a zinc-coated steel planchet instead of the usual copper-plated zinc. These coins could potentially reach values in the thousands of dollars, especially if they're in near perfect condition. The demand for these coins fluctuates with the market. Just like in any other form of investment, the value of a coin depends heavily on the current interest and demand. Some years, the value of coins from certain years or mints can skyrocket due to a surge in collector interest. If the coin is part of a collection that's hard to complete, its value can also go up as collectors seek to fill in the gaps. Therefore, the 2080 penny may be worth thousands of dollars in a complete Lincoln series or for a collector specializing in mint errors. Of course, the condition of the coin is crucial when determining its value. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear, and are free of scratches or other imperfections, are worth much more than those that have been heavily circulated. If you're holding on to a 2080 penny that's in excellent condition, make sure to store it properly in a coin holder to maintain its value. You can use a grading scale, like the Sheldon scale, to determine its grade. A coin with a grade of MS65 or higher can command a higher price. On the other hand, circulated coins with noticeable wear are generally only worth their face value or a small premium above that. So, you're probably asking, what's the market value of a 2080 penny today? Well, based on current prices, a regular 2080 penny in good condition might sell for anywhere between 10 cents to $1, depending on the collector's demand. A coin in uncirculated condition, however, could easily be worth $2 to $5. For those of you lucky enough to own a mint error, such as a double die, off-center strike, or an incorrectly struck planchet, your penny could be worth $50 or more, and in some rare cases, even thousands of dollars. Now, if you happen to have one of these rare pennies and you're looking to cash in, there are a few places you can sell it. Online marketplaces like eBay are great for finding buyers. Just make sure you include clear, high-quality photos of the coin and provide an accurate description of its condition. Alternatively, you can visit a local coin dealer or numismatic shop who can appraise your coin and offer you a fair price. So, while your 2080 Abraham Lincoln penny may seem like just another cent, it could be a hidden gem in your collection. Whether it's a mint error, a high-grade specimen, or part of the rare commemorative series, this penny could be worth far more than you think. As always, make sure to check your pennies carefully, because you never know when you might come across a valuable piece of history hiding in your change. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on future coin discoveries and valuable tips. 2013 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be thinking, what's so special about a 2013 penny? But stick around because you might be surprised to learn just how much this particular penny could be worth in today's market. Some of these coins are reaching values in the millions. So let's break it down. First, let's go over the basics of the 2013 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. The design is nothing out of the ordinary. It features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, just like most modern pennies, and the reverse shows the iconic shield that was introduced in 2010 to replace the old wheat design. So, on the surface, it seems like a standard penny, right? But as with many coins, small details and variations can drastically affect their value. The 2013 penny, though seemingly ordinary, can hold a huge surprise for collectors. The main thing that makes the 2013 penny stand out is its rarity in uncirculated or error condition. If you happen to find a 2013 penny that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a coin worth a lot more than just 1 cent. What's even more fascinating is the potential for rare error coins. Errors like double strikes, die cracks, and off-center prints have made certain 2013 pennies highly sought after in the numismatic world. For example, some 2013 pennies with a doubled die, where the image is slightly offset due to a mistake in the minting process, can be worth thousands of dollars. These errors are rare and can significantly boost a penny's value. Now, let's get into the numbers. As of the most recent evaluations, a typical 2013 Lincoln penny in average circulated condition is worth about 1 cent, no surprise there. But when you get into the uncirculated or error varieties, the price shoots up. If you have a 2013 penny in brilliant uncirculated condition, it might fetch anywhere from $1 to $5. But that's just the beginning. A 2013 penny with a significant error, like the aforementioned double die or even a rare die clash, can be worth several $100s, depending on the severity and type of the error. The real showstoppers are those rare and highly valuable specimens. Some collectors have even reported finding error pennies from 2013 that could fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. And in some extreme cases, these coins could even reach upwards of $1 million, especially if they are extremely rare or come with a documented provenance. So, how do you know if your 2013 penny could be worth a fortune? Here are a few tips. Check for errors. Look for double die marks or any misprints that may have occurred during minting. These are some of the most valuable varieties. Look for high-grade specimens. If the penny has been well kept and is in pristine condition with no signs of wear, it will be worth more. Consider the mint mark. While the 2013 penny is commonly found without a mint mark, if you come across a penny with a mint mark that's rare or difficult to find, it might increase its value. Off-center strikes. Another error that can increase a penny's worth dramatically. If the design is misaligned, you might be holding on to a valuable coin. If you think you might have one of these valuable pennies, your next step is figuring out where to sell it. You could list it on auction sites like eBay, where coin collectors regularly search for rare finds. If you have a really high-value penny, it might even be worth contacting a professional coin dealer or a numismatic auction house. They can help you authenticate and sell the coin at its highest market value. In conclusion, while a 2013 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like an everyday coin, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. If you come across a 2013 penny in perfect condition or with a rare error, it could be worth thousands, and in rare cases, even millions of dollars. As always, make sure to do your research and get your coins appraised by a professional if you suspect you have something valuable. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or coin, and let me know your thoughts on this 2013 Lincoln penny. 2015. The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, and more specifically, the intriguing version with no mint mark. You may have heard whispers about this coin being worth significantly more than its face value, possibly even in the millions. But is this true? In this video, we're going to explore the current market value of the 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny, its rarity, and what factors make it so valuable to collectors. Stick around to find out if you could be holding on to a true treasure. Let's start with some quick history on the penny itself. The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909. The coin was originally designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was used from 1959 until 2008. In 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design featuring a shield, which remains the design today. But the real question today is all about a specific version of the 2015 penny, the one with no mint mark. Now, why is the mint mark important? In the U.S. Mint, coins are produced at different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Typically, the mint mark is placed on the coin to signify where it was minted. For most 2015 pennies, the mint mark is found either as a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. However, there's a rare variation, the 2015 penny with no mint mark, which was minted in Philadelphia. You might be wondering, what makes this coin with no mint mark so special? It turns out that this specific version of the penny has gained attention among collectors because of its rarity. Though the Philadelphia Mint produces coins in large quantities, the lack of a mint mark on the coin makes it an anomaly. Coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally have no mint mark, but with modern coins, collectors are used to seeing the D or S for coins from Denver or San Francisco. So when a 2015 penny with no mint mark surfaced, it caught the eye of collectors due to its rarity. It's important to note that this isn't a minting error, it's simply part of the tradition for the Philadelphia Mint coins. Now let's talk numbers. How much is this 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth today? Typically, The value of a coin depends on several factors: condition, rarity, demand, and whether it's been graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC.I. In circulated condition, the 2015 no mint mark penny is usually worth only its face value of 1 cent. However, in uncirculated or mint state condition, it can be worth a bit more. In certain cases, some collectors are willing to pay a premium for a high-quality, uncirculated 2015 penny with no mint mark. Prices for such coins generally range from $1 to $5, depending on the coin's grade. But here's where it gets interesting. When these coins are professionally graded and found to be in pristine, gem-quality condition, they can be valued at much higher prices. A 2015 no mint mark penny graded as MS67, mint state 67, can fetch around $30 to $40, or even more, in auctions or private sales. You may have heard rumors that this penny is worth millions, and that's where things can get a bit misleading. The truth is, while this coin is certainly valuable to the right collector, it's highly unlikely that a 2015 no mint mark penny would reach $1 million value. Most of these coins will sell for a few dollars, with the highest grades reaching a few hundred at best. To put it into perspective, pennies from earlier years, such as the 1909 SVDB or the 1943 copper penny, have reached astronomical prices in the millions due to their extreme rarity and historical significance. The 2015 no mint mark penny, while an interesting and relatively rare variant, does not have the same level of demand or historical weight to command such an incredible price. If you're wondering whether you have one of these rare pennies in your collection, here's how to identify it. The first thing to look for is the date. It should clearly read 2015. Next, examine the reverse side of the coin to ensure there's no mint mark. You'll want to make sure there is no D or S located beneath the United States of America inscription. Also, remember that the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its value. Coins with scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear will have a lower value than coins in near-perfect condition. If you think your penny might be worth more, consider getting it professionally graded by one of the major grading services. To wrap things up, the 2015 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny is an interesting piece for collectors, and while it may not reach the $1 million mark, it still holds some value, especially in mint state condition. If you have one of these pennies in your collection, it's definitely worth checking its condition and possibly getting it graded. But for now, it remains a valuable find for those who love the hobby of coin collecting, rather than a treasure that will make you a millionaire overnight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2015 no mint mark penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all the latest coin news and valuable finds. And as always, happy hunting! 2020 The Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny. We'll be looking at its current market value, its potential worth, and why this particular penny might just be more valuable than you think. So, let's get into it. Before we talk about the market value, let's first take a quick look at the 2020 The Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny itself. The 2020 D penny was minted in Denver and features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial depicted on the reverse. While most of us see these pennies in our pocket change every day, the real value of this coin is tied to specific factors that make it rare or unique. Now, why is this 2020 D penny worth more than just 1 cent? Well, several factors come into play when determining the value of any coin. These include its mintage numbers, its condition or grade, and any unique features it might have, whether that's an error or a variation in the coin's design. The 2020 D penny was produced in a pretty significant quantity, but what makes it valuable is its potential for being found in higher quality grades or with certain minting errors. The value of a penny dramatically increases if it's in uncirculated condition. A penny that looks like it just came out of the mint, with sharp details and no signs of wear, will always fetch a higher price. If a penny shows little or no signs of usage and is graded as MS67 or higher, it could be worth significantly more. One of the things collectors love is discovering minting errors. Although the 2020 D penny isn't known for having any major famous errors like double dies or missing mint marks, There's always the potential that certain rare coins from this series have slight variations that could increase their worth. So, let's talk about the market value. As of now, the 2020 D. Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't a rare coin, so you won't find it fetching astronomical prices on the market, but it still holds value, especially in higher grades. A regular 2020 D penny in circulated condition is worth its face value, which is 1 cent, but as you start looking at higher grade specimens, the price begins to climb. In mint state, particularly coins graded MS65 or higher, you could expect to see prices ranging from $1 to $5. That's a significant jump from face value, but still relatively affordable for collectors. If you have a 2020 D penny that's graded MS67 or higher, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to $30. Some auction results even show coins like this selling for higher prices, depending on demand and the overall condition of the coin. If you're lucky enough to find a 2020 D penny with an error or unique feature, that could skyrocket its value. For example, pennies with off-center strikes or other subtle minting anomalies might fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. However, these coins are very rare, and it takes a keen eye to spot them. Now, you might be wondering if this penny could ever be worth millions of dollars. While it's always exciting to think about finding a rare coin that could make you a millionaire, the reality is that the 2020 D. Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny doesn't have the potential for that kind of value, at least not in the near future. For a coin to reach millions, it typically needs to have something extraordinarily rare about it, like an error that only exists in 1 or 2 known examples. Or it needs to come from a historical period when minting practices were different. Coins from the 1800s or early 1900s with unique attributes tend to hold higher values, and the 2020 D penny just doesn't have that kind of rarity or significance in numismatic history. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't pay attention to it. Coin values fluctuate over time, and the right collector might be willing to pay more for a high-quality, well-preserved example. So while it's unlikely that your 2020 D penny will ever reach millions, it could still be worth more than just its face value. So, to sum it all up, the 2020 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a relatively common coin, but its value can rise if you find one in exceptional condition or with unique features. The chances of this penny ever being worth millions are slim, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on for future market trends. If you have any 2020 D pennies in your collection, be sure to take a closer look at their condition and check for any potential errors. It could be worth a little extra cash, or at the very least, a cool conversation piece for your collection.